Hey guys, Dark up here and welcome back to my guide for Halo Infinite LASO. This is part 12 and we're in the repository. It is pretty much similar to the last two parts that I did with the evasion skill module. I'll show you guys how to skip a majority of the enemies, so let's get straight into it. To start us off, you want to start evading pretty much from this doorway. Just keep evading throughout the light bridges as well. Try to dodge and weave between some of the corridors so you can at least break line of sight. This allows you to keep the stealth kind of mechanic in this evasion situation. So you at least allow yourself to at least constantly skip the entirety of this first bit. Just evade all the way to this doorway here before you have to click the switch. After reaching this switch, you want to kill all the enemies here so you can at least progress the level. Just be careful of the sentinel types here. Try to target the shock rifle enemies first, as they can still headshot you in one shot. So try to prioritize them first before you start dealing with some of the bigger guys. You should be okay to take some damage here, as you should be able to recover it pretty much near the ending of this room here when a bunch of grunts and brutes come in. Just melee one of them before you clear them out. Also, try to be aware of where all the enemies can be. So you see me actually being delayed here as I was trying to look for the last couple. Again, just look around the map. It should be quite obvious. Use your threat sensor if you need to, just to look for them.
You're going to need to deal with those sentinels first. Vanished have found us. Chief, look out.
Start using your evasion skill here. You can ignore all the enemies here. I just wanted to take some of them out just to make sure my shields were full at the end. And just keep evading towards the near end. I'll show you the route essentially of what I did. You should be able to avoid pretty much everyone in these rooms. Try to be careful at this window section. You just need to stand in a very particular place. Just try to be around where I'm at so the weapon actually continues the dialogue so you can keep progressing the level. You are able to keep progressing forward throughout this level. Just be careful at this section here. You want to stop yourself, kill this elite, as well as all the skirmisher enemies that come out from both sides of the room. Just put a drop wall here and just start dealing with all of them. It actually does seem possible to skip this entire area if you just keep on invading, but I just find it more reliable just to clear out all the enemies that come out from these two rooms before you actually progress to the following room. You're actually able to skip this entire following room if you just evade to the end, but I just thought, hey, I might as well clear it out just for this, just to recharge my shields. After taking this grav lift, immediately start using your evasion skill again, and just start progressing the level as you normally would. Just avoid all the enemies. You should be fine as long as you just keep evading. I'll let this entire video play out just to show you guys what I do. It's just a very simple route. Put yourself in this corner here and try to clear out all the enemies. Just be a little bit careful as the grunts will actually start throwing plasma grenades. If that happens, immediately just get out of this room and just kill all the enemies here. It's very simple. You just need to be aware of the plasma turret near the end of this room. If you are able to, clear it out first before you actually move towards one of these doorways. Slowly clear out this room because you need to do so to actually unlock both of these doors. For the left-hand room, you want to be careful with all the grunts down here. You're able to melee them to death as they're all sleeping. There are a total of 4 following grunts that are in the second room. Take them all out before you start moving down to the brute chieftain with the gravity hammer, as well as 1 brute captain. Try to send the brute chieftain flying if possible, as well as the brute captain. Just try to aim at their feet just to send them launching into the air into one of the walls. This will usually send them to their deaths or actually kill them immediately. Then you want to start turning your attention to the sentinel spawns. There's going to be at least 3. Kill the top sentinel first before you focus on the 2 ones on the left and right hand side. The top one actually starts spawning first, so that one actually starts to aggro on you first as well. So just make sure you get that priority straight. Moving on to the second room, there's a couple of jackals that spawn here. Backtrack to one that's right here before you start using the scorpion gun to kill all the remaining enemies. It's very easy. Try to make sure you have full shields for the following room to at least guarantee a checkpoint if you actually die. In the following room is essentially 2 brute chieftains with scrap guns. Try to at least use the back end of this room where I'm at as cover, just to at least block line of sight from one of the brute chieftain. This makes this fight a lot easier as you only have to deal with one at a time. Try to focus them down with direct shots. use my previous strategy with the 2 brutes before in the previous room. Try sending them flying if you can. This makes this fight a lot easier and actually makes it a lot quicker. In this room, the Sentinel orders is the 2 bottom ones first before the very top one. Try to kill the one of them on the bottom first before you focus on the top one. This just makes it a lot easier just to conserve your shields in this area. After taking the teleporter, move to the left hand side of this room here and face the middle doorway. A bunch of enemies will spawn there. You should be able to kill all of them in 1 to 2 shots at most. It's pretty much just a wave sort of thing, so it's just middle, right and left. Just follow that order, you should be fine. There's nothing too difficult here, or enemies that will actually take a lot more damage than like 2 to 3 shots at most. After clearing out all the enemies here, you want to start using the evasion ability and just skip through this entire corridor section, just so you have just a lot faster time as well as just, you know, not wasting your time when killing enemies as well as elites. In the small corridor area here, just take out this one elite if he's following you, as well as this couple of grunts. Pretty much you're at the end of the level here. It doesn't really matter how much damage you take, as long as you live and just press this button here. That's pretty much it. And that pretty much wraps up the repository mission here. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, make sure you like and subscribe and leave a comment down below about your LASO experience. And as always, this is Dark Hope. I hope to see you guys in the next one. See ya.